All right, let's get started on creating some custom audiences. I've turned off my webcam for this video so we can make sure to see everything on the screen. And in this video, we're just going to focus on creating a custom audience with some user data that we have already working for us. So this could be something like a direct mail campaign if you had like a tax delinquency list, a pre-foreclosure list. If you're an agent and you had a buyer or seller list that you've been generating from some of your other marketing, or basically anything where you have some emails, some names, and you want to show them ads on Facebook. So we will come up here to where we create all of our audiences and go to custom audience. And if you remember from the last video, we're going to go ahead and click customer. Now, if you have MailChimp, you can do a direct import from MailChimp, but most of the time we're going to have a CSV file. It must be in a CSV format or TXT. So if it's in Excel, you should be able to go into your Excel program and export as CSV. And then we can upload the file. So I have a tax delinquency list here. Okay. And then, you should read this. So I'm not going to cover this in detail, but it's, advisable to read through some of these to make sure you are in compliance. We're going to name it. And then this right here is telling us what Facebook can match. So how this is going to work is we upload this list and then we are going to match fields in the list to data that Facebook has on file for users. And that's how Facebook is going to figure out who to actually show the ad to based on the information we give them. So here, it's gonna try and match up all these fields. So you'll just have to go through and figure out which of the columns in your file you want to actually have to use. Like for instance, on some of the lists, it might be the physical address versus like where the mail is sent, and you want to upload the mail, right? Because you don't want to show ads to whoever's living there. You want to show ads to whoever owns the property. So long story short, you can come through here and for instance, like phone would do phone number, email. So it's getting kind of smart here and figuring that out. You would upload it. You would try, before I do that, you would try and match as many of these fields as possible. So one thing you will notice is when you go to do the address, there is no address, right? And that makes things a little bit too targeted for Facebook. So it's going to ask for city and zip and some more general information. And you're going to want to try and match up as many of these as you can to give Facebook as much data as possible so they can make an accurate connection on their platform. And then you're going to hit upload and create. And it does some uploading here. Looks like I had some issues, which I could take a look at this error report and see why. I was going through this kind of quick, so I'm sure I might have missed something. You can create a lookalike audience, which will be in another module. So you can do that here now. If you know what you're doing, great. If not, I'll cover that in a later video. And then we're going to click done. And we're going to see it say not available for a while. It takes anywhere from 20 minutes and longer for Facebook to like sort itself out, figure out the users, and allow you to use this audience. And again, remember that you need at least 1,000 people for Facebook to match up before you can show ads to that audience. Ideally, you have more. So that is it. I mean, that is how you upload a custom audience with user data that you have. And from there, you can start using this kind of list in your ads, which we'll cover in the next module. But for now, I want you to go ahead and upload your list and let it sort itself out and go on to the next video where we're going to talk about website traffic and retargeting audiences. So we'll see you over there in just a minute.